Howdy folks, how are y'all doing? Cub here and welcome back to our Tekkit Legends Let's Play Adventure Extravaganza of awesomeness and fun times. So glad that you've tuned back in. I've got a lot to say to start us off here before we take our first test ride on the new track, and it looks like our boar has made it to the end. I actually know because I did a little work on the track before I started. Before we get started though, I'm going to address some comments I got recently. First off, can you do these every day? No, I cannot, and that comes down to the problem of pre-recording episodes. In order to do these every day, I would have to record them all on like the Saturday and Sunday and then release them throughout the week, which means I wouldn't be able to get user feedback for future episodes until 5 episodes later. So no, plus that would take way too much time. And I think that right now I've already done too many episodes. Like the last 3 videos you've seen, almost all of them were released or recorded before the one before it was released, so I got a lot of great feedback that I'm just now able to implement in the video. So what I'm going to do moving forward with our Tekkit Legends Tekkit Texan series here is I'm going to release an episode, and I might release 2, but then I'm going to stop and wait until I get some feedback before I continue, because I want to have you guys commenting and suggesting things before I just keep steamrolling ahead. So at the very most, 2 or 3 a week. Otherwise, I would have to come home, read comments on the previous episode, plan out an episode, record an episode, edit an episode, upload an episode, do the thumbnail, do the description, do the cards, and do all of that every evening when I get home from work, and that's just a banana load of work. So I think what I might do is maybe 2 episodes, just 2 episodes, and then chill, get the user feedback before I continue recording. If I was doing this full time, you know that that's my big plan. That's the goal we are pushing toward in the future. If I can do this full time, totally we can do this. We can do this every morning. We could do it as a live stream. But we gotta wait on that to settle in. We gotta keep pushing forward. So if you want to help make that happen, share this video with your friends. Make sure you hit the like button and comment, or consider becoming an executive producer if you can afford a Patreon. It's $2 a month, and help me out that way. Now with that out of the way, there was one of the someone commented and said that it doesn't seem like I have a goal in this series. That's kind of true. I haven't really shared it with you guys, but I do actually have a goal. It's to do Texity things. Specifically, that means we're going to get into oil, we're going to get into railcraft, we're going to get into farming and cattle herding and whatnot. Specifically, at this moment, though, the big goal is to build a proper train track from the house up there to the new base, and we're this much closer today. Now, the train track is not going to start here. I've changed my mind. We're going to probably bring the tunnel bore back and dig into the house a bit, or maybe just create some sort of a ramp system to bring the track up there so we can actually just get into the train from inside, maybe even inside of here. Like you can kind of see right there, this is where the nether portal is. Maybe we can bring it into the secret garden. That would be pretty cool. And then just have like a drop off there. That would be neat, but it would mean I'd have to work on my vertical track abilities. I'm not really particularly handy with using vertical track just yet, so I'll have to work that out. Now in the meantime, let's see what we do have worked out. Okay, we're gonna hop in here, hit the go button, and this is a little slow. I need to add some more powered rails here at the start, but trust me, it does pick up, especially when you get to this first bridge here, and you hit all of these powered rails here. Oh yeah. And this is actually pretty quick. This is about as fast, if not slightly faster, than flying, because we don't have quick flying. This is Minecraft 1.7. I don't think that it came until 1.8 or 1.9. So this is a pretty quick way of traveling and getting here. And there's the rail that I used, or the minecart that I used last time. We'll go ahead and pick up this one. Excellent. Tunnel bore is here. I limited the amount of track it had, and this is where we're going to be building our new old-style Texas town. We're going to be building the train station right about here, or maybe a bit further ahead. Maybe in this big clearing here, we're going to be building a train station. I still can't get the Minecraft Cinema mod to work, so that's going to be, if we do a Let's Build with that, and we might, it's going to be a single camera. It's not going to be moving, and it's going to be kind of boring and a bit of a letdown, so I'm not really looking forward to doing that. But we'll build a train station here, and the train station is going to be kind of big, and it's going to work as sort of our... Are you still just running away in here? Let me get that fuel out of you so you don't do anything crazy. The train station is going to be our base here. We're going to be basing everything we do out of that train station, and it's going to be super great. I'm really looking forward to it, and hopefully you folks are too. Oh, look at this over here. Oh, do you think maybe we chose the wrong place to do this? I mean, this is just a little clearing, and oh man, look at this. Look at this. This is like really nice. Oh, this is much more... Oh, the wild plains of Texas is the only place for me. That's not how the song goes. But I'll be darned if we have this beautiful like, oh, and there's a cave. All right, you know what? I'm sorry, little pasture of land here. I had some big plans for you, but it looks like we're going to keep on going here. I guess the track's going to require some change in elevation, but I'm too lazy to do that manually. So, I mean, there's some tunnel boring up ahead that needs to take place. What I could do is manually lay down the track for this section. Nah, you know what? The tunnel bore's got plenty of gravel, and we'll just load it up. We'll have to go make some more tracks. I think I left the tracks back there in the main base. So let's run and get those. Oh, look at how fast you can run. I forgot how fast we could run. Well, to heck with the train. I mean, if we weren't doing this strictly for the sake of like a Texas theme, we could just run places and get there pretty fast. But really, that's the reason we're doing train tracks, is because it's part of the Tekkit Texan theme. It's, look, if you're into just doing things to the best of the ability that you can, shrek off, because that's not what we do here. We do things for fun, because we like fun. Can we not get any more of these? Where's this stuff? I know I've got more steel tanks. Am I really all out of the stuff? Oh, no, I got so much of this. Okay, yeah, we're good to go there. Good to go here. And while I'm thinking about it, let's grab some redstone, because we're going to need some of this as well. So I believe the recipe is over here. Over here. Oh, gosh. Did not mean to do that. I didn't even know you could do that. Some of these. So we'll get probably 64 more track, and then we'll throw in some redstone, and we'll get 64 of these, and then we'll just, boom, just do this. Just as much of this as we can get. And 64 powered tracks is, I mean, if that's not enough, we can get more. It's not like production is stalled in any way. We've still got steel being produced back here pretty quickly. Oh, wow, we're all out of coal in the coke ovens? Or is it just that one? No, wow. Okay, good. I'm glad I'm here. I'm going to really quickly load these up with coal, and then we'll go back out, and we will get our bore running again. I've also had a few people, and I know I said I was going to go back out to the bore, but I've also had some people comment and say, hey, you can use charcoal in the coke ovens, or not in the coke ovens, I'm sorry, but in the blast furnaces. And yes, you're right. We discovered that in Season 1. Not new information. We've known it for a while now. The reason we're not doing it is because we need the creosote you get from as a byproduct of the coal in the coal coke ovens. We need that. We need a lot of it because it's useful for building suspension tracks and things. Oh, speaking of suspension tracks, don't know if y'all noticed, but I did this version of the suspension track where I did 1-2 blocks, and then I set up another tower, and I did 1-2, so we got space of 4. I like that a little bit better, and it's not as resource intensive. Okay, no monsters out here to get me. Let's go ahead and load you up and get you rolling. I wonder if I put these in here, if it'll just periodically place them down. Nah, because we're going to have to come back and put powered redstone in underneath them anyway. So let's go ahead and we will get some charcoal. Make sure that this guy has got plenty of juice for the long road ahead, because it looks like he's going to be tunneling for a while. Chests! What do you got in you? Let's go ahead and empty you out so that the tunnel bore doesn't have to worry about filling up with a chest and then spewing things all over the world and causing a lot of slowdowns. That wouldn't be good. We're going to have some junk in here we can't get rid of. And that's fine. We know what to do with it. Redstone, get out of here. I think we just throw these things in here and they'll be taken care of by themselves, if I'm not mistaken. I think that system still works. Copper ore, we can deal with this ourselves. We'll just throw it up there. It'll do its thing. Fantastic. Okay, sorry. It looked like this thing stopped when I left, so I just wanted to set up a quick world loader, or I'm sorry, a chunk loader, just to make sure it stays going while we're working at the house. All right, continue your wonderful escapades. Please don't fall into the lava. Doesn't look like you're going to. You are, however, going to keep dropping gravel to keep this whole thing going in a straight line. I like that. I appreciate that. Are you good on gravel? Well, you know what? We can give you a bit more. We wouldn't want you to stop working because of something simple like a gravel outage. So let's fill you up. There you go. Keep a chugging for us, ya wonderful tool. Such a tool. Now, in the past, we have talked about doing some fencing to keep animals from getting on the tracks. And since today we still have the bore still functioning out there, we really can't do a whole lot else because really we need to get Texas Town up and going. We need to get the train station installed before we can continue with anything else. So today we're going to go ahead and look at the fencing. Now, in the past, I've told you we use barbed wire fences a lot in Texas to keep cattle in line. So that would be pretty Texas-y if we did that. However, something else that we use in the great state of Texas, particularly where I live in Huntsville, which is home to the TDCJ, Texas Department of Criminal Justice. We have like 7 prisons here. It's like where all the prisoners go. We have a lot of razor wire here, like a lot of it. Like there's a lot of razor wire. So I'm going to go ahead and say that razor wire is actually quite Texan-y, and we're going to go ahead and use that. Now we could use the cool electrical track thing to magically keep them out, just like we could use a cool light emitting bridge thing as a rail. But that's not in the spirit of the things. Look, I don't want to give you all the false idea that Texas is some, like, desert with a bunch of cowboys riding around. We're quite advanced, thank you. We're the home to a lot of an industry. But that's not what we're going for here. We're going for classic Texas-y things, like the real backbone of the old West Texas that you see in the movies with the John Waynes and the whatnots. And razor wire, actually, that doesn't make sense now. Now that I've said all that, they wouldn't have had fences because they'd still be doing cattle drives and stuff. Look, my logic is flawed, and I admit that. What matters, though, is that we get some fence wire. What a weird recipe. So, iron and a button. Okay, tin. Is tin less expensive than iron? Tin is 256. Iron, I think, is also 256. Yeah, so we'll just go ahead and use iron. We'll get a button. And in fact, we only need one, because at the end of the day, we're just going to do this. How on earth is that fence wire? Doesn't matter, though. We're going to throw it all back in here. And then, have we done this before? Oh, you know what? We did a whole episode on wire. Of course we've done this before. We'll get some iron. We will get some fencing. I've said those things in reverse because we already... I don't know why I got so much of it either, because look, we're just going to do this. Bam. How much you want to bet I've already taught this thing razor wire? Oh my gosh, I did this in season 1, I guess. I completely forgot about it. Well, there you go, folks. Razor wire. This will keep mobs off the track because it will kill them on contact. And it's pretty great stuff. And so naturally, I think it works on hostile and non-hostile mobs, so let's give it a try here. Look at that. Oh, quite effective. See, that's going to be good for the old midnight. Oh, yeah, it could hurt me, I guess, but I'm all decked out in my super armor. So this stuff is going to be good for those late midnight, I almost said flights, the late midnight runs that we do here. You know, as you do when you drive you drive your trains at midnight. You got to have some of this stuff. Oh, this is good. All right, I'm going to fill this whole place with this. Come on, run into the fence. I dare you. I dare you to. Ooh, actually, yeah, there they go. Look at them. And then they die. Oh, it's good. And I don't think they can actually get past it, so it's even better. Oh. You've stopped. Why have you stopped? Is there a problem here? What? Is this a problem? Have you just been dropping... Okay, how much you want to bet it drops the gravel on the little flower? The little azer... What is that? Blew it. And it just broke... Oh, wow. Ridiculous. Absolute levels of ridiculousness here. Please continue. Thank you. Jeez. Alright, well, we made it all the way here with that side. Awesome. You know, this reminds me of an episode of Thomas the Tank Engine, where, like, the government forced Thomas to get... Oh, they forced him to either get a cattle guard put on, which is really hideous, and, I mean, to be honest, government of Sodor, do you really want to put that much, like, economic strain on a little railroad company? I mean, come on. But anyway, it was either he had to do that, or else he had to change branch lines. Not branch lines, I don't think it was. I think it's just a line he went... So they ended up getting Toby, because she already had the cattle catchers, or whatever they're called. But you know, this is another way they could have dealt with it. This will definitely keep cattle off the rail. I mean, in a bit of a more blunt sort of way. Also, what good is a cattle guard? What's gonna happen? A cow's gonna get hit by a train. Cattle guard or no, it's gonna die. I mean, what is it? Just to keep it from getting terribly mangled? Why is that the responsibility of the people that own the railroad? That seems to me like Sodor, like you're trying to just put out, seems to me like the governing class of Sodor is just trying to get rid of, you know, using like a bunch of really extraneous, unnecessary, sort of government overreach to get rid of the railroad company. Maybe they hate the railroad company on Sodor, which doesn't make sense because the railroad company seems to run everything, so you'd think they'd want to keep them around, but I don't know. It's probably just bureaucrats being freaking bureaucrats and holding down the small business owner there. Typical, very typical. You know, I bet whoever came up with that cattle catch. Alright, it needs to start sloping downward, so if you don't mind me, can I borrow some track here? I would like to sort of direct you a bit. I think it'll take input if I just sort of set it up to... Right, let me get the gravel out. Nope, stop that. Don't do that. There we go. Okay, when you get to here, if you could please start ramping downward a bit, that'd be nice. I don't know if this thing will go at angles. Nope, whoa. Slow your roll. You're doing this wrong. Stop it. Okay, Tunnel Bore, I'm going to allow you to continue, please. Not too much further, though, because technically you're almost there. Take some gravel, though. You're going to need it. And there we go. We've got the track now. It's going to come out kind of among the trees here, and then it's going to take a sharp drop. The first sharp drop of many potential sharp drops. For what level is it going at? Oh, it might be going... Nah, we'll let it go all the way down to there. Really get good into this field before it stops. Here you go. Take some more track. Yeah, just keep going. You'll be fine. Just keep going, and if it ends up a bit long, I'll collect it later. Not a problem. All right, where was I? Razor wire. That's where I was. All right, I've reached the end with the razor wire. And it looks like this thing has also reached the end, so we'll go ahead and break it. Thank you, Tunnel Bore. You been good. Can we just get rid of all of you? I don't think we need any more ya bits. Thank you, though. All right, so I had an idea. Because I accidentally turned on my ring, the special ability of which keeps monsters away from me. See what I mean? Pretty great. Anyway, I was thinking about something when I was doing this. I was like, you know what? Okay, yeah, it's still working. That's not a half bad idea, because at the end of this, we obviously can't have razor wire around everything. But we can use our interdiction torches. And if you're wondering, why not use interdiction torches all the way up and down the line? Well, because they're darn expensive. What we can do is we'll place them at the ends, though. And then that way, I mean, this won't help with animals, but with monsters, they won't be able to at least get on the rails and stop us, so that's good. And we'll put one down here on the other end, too. Razor wire, though, is going to work just fine. I mean, look at this. It's actually kind of hideous. You got ugly gravel, you got ugly razor wire, but it is what it is. Now it's just a matter of mixing in the powered tracks with the redstone blocks. I don't think I'm going to do any particular, like, distance. Like, I'm not going to count it off. I'm just going to place them kind of randomly. You know what? I don't really mind the way this looks. It definitely looks industrial, and I kind of like it. Yeah. Looks like we've just cut a hole through the land for our purposes, because we're men! Ah, this is what we do! Ah! Sorry, I'm still getting over a cold. Oh, it snowed. This doesn't look Texan-y at all. I mean, maybe, like, the Panhandle area. I guess it gets a bit snowy, but... Can't wait for this winter to end. I'm ready for a bit of sun. Alright, well, with that terrible accident out of the way, we are going to get a cart, and we're going to do a quick test to see if this is enough, and I don't think it will be. Powered tracks. So we now got, like, quite a big of a boost there right off the bat to get us moving. I don't know if, like, what the distance is before the boost starts to wear off. It seems to be pretty good, though. We seem to make it a pretty good ways without slowing down any. Might need to put some more in between these. But when you hit the bridges, you got quite a few in a row there, so I don't know. We'll find out. This is nice, though. It's kind of loud, but that seems to be an okay thing. What's up, guys? Oh, this is a lovely little train ride. I like it. I'm just going to sit back and relax and just not look around, just sort of enjoy. Look at this. We tunneled right through some trees. Oh, here we go. Whee! Oh, that was a good time. You have to admit that was a good time. Seems to slow down a bit there at the end. And here we are. Hi, everybody. All right, now we need to also make sure that it works going back, because that's something I haven't tested yet, and I'm worried about getting up that other hill. So what we'll do is we will take our rail cart. We will place it here, as you do. Hop inside, and can we just, like, theoretically, could we just do this? Okay, there we go. Track's powered. Haha! It did kind of work. Kind of. Didn't it? We're not getting a whole bunch of boost off of that. Might need to make some changes there, but there we go. Now we're getting somewhere. All right, now here we go. See if we can get up this. Oh, easy peasy. Don't even know what I was worried about. And it looks like we got a clear shot home. And home. Fantastic. I'm super happy with the way that turned out. Now, we're not done yet, because this is obviously not going to be its starting position. We need to start inside of the base, maybe inside of the secret garden. So let's go take a look in there and see if we see any places that particularly just scream, hey, start a railroad here, huh? Also, how secret did this secret garden end up being? It's just a hole in the wall that gets us back here. So right about here, we've got the entrance to the end, which I should probably go check on. Entrance to the nether. Right here, maybe? That seems like a good place to punch a hole. Let's punch a hole here. Perfect. Okay, now we just need to run a track down there. Run some razor wire. So we'll have our starting point track here, and the rest of the track will taper off in this direction. Send me away. And since we kind of have a running thing going with gravel anyway, I know it's not pretty. It is kind of industrial though, so I think it's sort of the aesthetic sort of works. We'll just go ahead and use it. We'll take this at an angle, I guess. I mean, ooh, you can't do an angle that sharp, can you? Forgot about that. Okay, well, that's not going to work. I mean, how sharp can you? I think it has to be on flats for a little bit before it can make a turn like that. So here's what we'll do. We'll do this. There we go. And then we'll... Perfect. Okay. We'll continue it downward. Gonna need some more razor wire. And fortunately, we've got a near infinite supply. So long as we have EMC, we've got razor wire. I'm gonna have to do something about these stairs leading into razor wire, though. That seems like a safety hazard. That's... I'm gonna have to patch that. Now, for this part here, y'all saw what it looked like when we tried to do an elevated bit of razor wire. I think that for this stretch, we'll go ahead and invest the EMC in some more interdiction torches. They're so expensive, but for this particular stretch, I think they'll be worth it. And we'll just place them sort of sparingly along the side of the track here. And that should take care of monsters getting too close, hopefully. As well as keeping monsters out of inside of here. Place one inside this dirt block area. Little alcove there. And I think that's enough to force monsters away. I don't think they'll be able to get too close there. And they'll just have the razor wire start there. Now time to get some more redstone. Should have had more of this to begin with. Put these away. And we will get the powered tracks put down. Get inside the razor wire. Go! Here we go. All right. Perfect. Okay, and now for the big maiden test of the almost completed railway. Go! Go! Oh. Oh my gosh. All right, well, I'm not sure what that was all about, but all I had to do was nudge myself forward a bit, and we started going. Wow! We're definitely not going as fast as... Okay, I think... No, I think, yep. I think we're going full speed here. There doesn't seem to be any slowdown. I guess the rest of the track's just going to be exactly the same as it was before. Boy, going up that hill, though, was fun, wasn't it? Awesome! Let's go back. Now that was pod rate waste. Oh, I completely ruined it. Oh, our podway thing. Yay! Okay, well, I'm sorry. It's been one of those kind of days. We got the railroad done, folks. The first big task in the Tekkit Texan series is finished. Now, next time when we come back, we'll finally get done with that station, eh? And when the station's done, boy, well, that means we'll be all ready and set to... Wait a second. Probably need one more of those interdiction torches right around here. Good. And when we come back, we'll get that station built, and we can get down to oil and all the other fun stuff. And I'll see you folks then. Bye.